In Our Headphones is made possible in part by Thorntail Hard Agave. Store finder at drinkthorntail.com.
From independent music station KEXP, you're listening to In Our Headphones, a podcast about the songs that we just can't stop listening to. This is Evie Stokes, and this week I'm talking with my friend Diana, who's a DJ here on KEXP. Really excited to have you here with us today to share a song with us. What you got?
Today we have Silica featuring Japanese Breakfast. This is their song NamgungFefere. And it was released just about a month ago. Silica are an indie Korean rock band. I first heard about them and actually met them in Seoul on a trip to Seoul last year. A lot of the music that I've just fallen in love with has come from bands that I've gotten to personally meet and see. And from scenes that I've been able to witness. And this song is amazing. It's just like intense and fun and like very electronic and digital while at the same time rockin'. I have had a lot of fun listening to this song.
It's a really fun song. What can you tell me about Silica?
They're a 4-piece group and they right now are just top in the charts right now in the Korean indie music scene. Last year, they won at the equivalent of like the, Grammys Music Awards, Best New Musicians out of Korea. And, when I talk about Silica, I also feel like I have to talk about just this like rise in the Korean indie music scene in general. When we think about music from Korea, oftentimes K-pop comes to mind. And, while we can't deny the impact that K-pop has had around the world, it's definitely overshadowed some of this great independent music that's happening right there in the outskirts of town, in town. So I went to this Korean music indie festival called Zauner Festa last year, where they were headlining, and I had the chance to interview them. And they're just like 4 incredibly just passionate and vivacious young musicians. They all each have their own independent projects going on, but together they come and work as Silica. And I am just like, I just remember feeling so charmed while talking to them and just hearing about their influences, and just the history that they've had playing music in Korea.
And we get to hear the lovely Michelle Zauner on this track too, also known as Japanese Breakfast, who has spoken a lot in recent years about her Korean descent from her mother. She wrote a book about it. And I read recently that she moved to South Korea for a while, to write a new book and to sort of immerse herself in the culture to get to know it better after she spent lots of time there as a kid. So it was really cool to see her guesting on this track.
Yeah, and it made so much sense too. While I was there, she was a prominent figure in the Korean indie music scene as well. She moved to Seoul and immersed herself with the locals and became a part of this scene. While she was working on her record, I'd heard different accounts of people playing at their art houses in Seoul and independent music venues and just seeing her there, talking it up with people. And a big part, I also read in her journey, a big part of her journey there was to, learn Korean. And this collaboration between Silica and Japanese Breakfast, she sings completely in Korean in this song, and you can see that this song alone is like reflective of her journey, of her coming back to her roots and really just owning the language and having that lead, like the lyrics lead this song.
So she sang fully in Korean on this song, and she did that a couple years back too. She did the remake of Be Sweet with Soyoon, I think is what it was. Yeah. So it's nice to see. It's fun to hear her singing in Korean.
Yeah.
You're doing great. You're doing great, Michelle. You want to introduce the song for us?
Yes, this is Silica featuring Japanese breakfast, NamgungFefere.
Listen to all the music featured on In Our Headphones by following our In Our Headphones playlists, available on both Spotify and YouTube. KEXP is an independent, nonprofit radio station and arts organization. This podcast, along with all of our programming, is made possible because of the generous support of our listeners. If you'd like to make a gift to KEXP, you can do so at kexp.org. And if you enjoy In Our Headphones, please write us a review wherever you get your podcasts. In Our Headphones is hosted by me, Evie Stokes, and produced by Lilly Anna Fowler. Audio was mastered by William Myers. Serafima Healy provided production support, and our associate editorial director is Dusty Henry. Our theme song is Gospel for a New Century by Eve Toomer. If you have feedback, you can reach us at headphones@kexp.org.